Welcome to Junnfo.com, powered by Boa.com or udvhsolutions.com. Today, on this tutorial, we will discuss about basic HTML form tags. Listing them here, a few. Text box, radio button, checkbox, list box or select box, button, text area, and then a form. Form is the basic place where we need to keep all these, UI components. Okay. Now we'll start with basic HTML form tags tutorial by Junnfo.com. Okay. Any HTML form elements should be placed inside form tag. So we'll start with form. This tag has got few attributes like action. Whenever we submit a form in a web page, action is the place where it will redirect or submit our data. Okay, so for now we can keep it blank. Okay, I'll tell you when it's required. I'll come up with a basic table, okay, where I can display all my elements. Okay, username, now comes the tag for text field, text box, input. Input is a tag used for displaying a text box. Here we need to tell what's the type. Type is text. We can give some attributes like name, ID, and then close. Name and ID attributes are used if you want to manipulate, or when we submit a form, if we want to access the values of these text field values, then we'll be able to do with the help of this name attribute or ID attribute. Okay, we can even give the ID attribute. Now for example, I want to create a password. Okay, input type is equal to password, so that whatever we type will not be displayed. Okay, now we'll have a button to submit, okay, or cancel. Now here's the tricky part. If now I don't want to have two TDs, I want to have only one TD, but it has to be in covering both the columns. So what can I do is TD called span is equal to 2. This means my TD should span across 2 columns. Okay, now I'll say input type is equal to submit. Okay, submit because I want to submit the form, and I click on this button, the value should get submitted to the page which is given here. Okay, for now I'll be giving same page form tags dot html. Generally it will be in general it would be a PHP or a JSP or ASP page depending upon our server-side programming language. So for just a dummy part, I'm just giving it as not HTML page. Okay. Now what is it I want to show on my button? That has to be given in the value tag. Example login. Okay. Now I want to have another button, just the clear kind of thing. Input type is equal to button. I don't want to submit the form, so I'm giving it as button, and then value equal to reset. Okay. Now this is how I create a basic forms, with just a text field and a text area. Okay. Now I would say this form tags.html. Let's run this. Oh well, see, I have username, password, and login button. For example, Junnfo, and password is Junnfo. So if you see here, the password is not visible. Okay. Okay. Now when I click on, carefully look when I click on login or reset button. Okay. When I click on login, the page gets submitted. Okay. See. You can see that the page got submitted. Okay. Now if you see here, these values are visible here. Okay, I'll show you how to make them hide. Okay, and when I click on reset, nothing will happen. As of now, nothing will happen because it is just a common button. Okay, now I'll show you how to hide. If I click on login button, you need to give method as post. By default, the method of any form would be get. Whenever we use get, as I was showing earlier, the values will get displayed in the address bar. See here? Okay. Now I'll make it as post, and let's see what will happen. Click on login. You see that the form got submitted, but you don't see the values that have been submitted. Okay. Now these are the basic two fields. Now let's see some fields here. Okay. For example, I want to have user type. Select the tags to display a list box. Okay. We need to give options as one options to be present inside this. Maybe you can say here contributor and then administrator. Okay. Similarly, you can give her name attribute, user type, ID is equal to user type, and then we need to give values so that that will be visible here. I've given the value attribute, so when I submit this form, when I want to retrieve the value, it would give me these values based on the value, based on the visible text. I'll just show you how it looks. Oh man. So here. Okay, this is called visible text. and these are the values that get submitted. Okay, now I'll show you some more objects. For example, gender, input. Even for this we use input, and then type is equal to radio, to display radio. Okay. Name. Okay, and then give the value male. The name attribute for both of them should be same, because we want only one among the radio buttons to be selected. Okay, see here. Okay, male, female, only one can be selected. Now if I remove and give different, see here, I'll be able to select both. We never want this to happen. So we want the name to be same. So the list of radio buttons you want to make as one group should be given single name. Okay, now we'll have something called checkbox. Okay, even here I want to go for the on span 2. Input type is equal to checkbox. Name is equal to terms. Yes, I agree to terms. Login. Now if you see here, allow checkbox. Okay, now I'll show you the last one, that is text area. For example, I want to store some message every time I log in. For example, message text area is the tag. Okay, name equal to message to store. Okay, I can give how many rows and columns. Rows is equal to, for example, 4, and columns is around maybe 10. Okay, now let's see. This is how. Okay, this is the text area. This is normal text field. This is password. This is list box or just select box. And then we have radio buttons, and then we have a checkbox. This is a submit button, and this is a normal button. Okay, so these are the basic fields we have. Okay, and covered all. Okay, hope everyone liked it. Keep watching Junnfo.com jungle for information. More tutorials.